Hey everybody, this is Josh Blazer from GameWisdom.com. Welcome to a Darkest Dungeon Primer. For those of you who have already watched several videos in my live play on the YouTube channel, this really isn't for you. This is meant for the new people who have just stumbled upon the game and want to get a little idea about it before they start watching the full series. Consider this the foreword. And what better way to start than by showing off the intro cutscene.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Alright, so that is the intro to the Darkest Dungeon. Sorry about the little bit of stuttering. I think that could just be something wrong with my recorder. But the reason why I decided to make this video is that one of my subscriber, Suocom, commented that I didn't really go into detail about why I was so excited about the Darkest Dungeon in the video series. I started playing the game assuming that a lot of people were coming to this from the survival guide, where I explain most of the things in there. So for this brief video, I just want to touch on why I am so excited to play the Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon was developed by Red Hook Games, who the founders or the head guys of the studio, Chris Barassa and Tyler Sigmund. This is their first game at their own studio, Red Hook, but they've worked on previous games before. The Kickstarter launch, I believe it was early 2014, I think it was like sometime in 2014 it was actually launched. And the plan was to create a very atmospheric, almost like tactical roguelike, but with heavy Lovecraftian themes, as you can probably tell from that intro cutscene with the very gravely voiced narrator, and the Eldritch thing that seemed to attack us at the end. The game is about, you are basically building this hamlet, you are a part of this hamlet, and your job is essentially, as the game says, to reclaim it from the ancient evil. And the thing that I really liked about the game, what attracted me to it, besides that amazing art style and music, is the gameplay. The Lovecraftian themes come into play by the fact that you're not leading virtuous heroes into battle, you're leading regular people who, under the stress of all the horrors, will crack and succumb to whatever evils there are. So your characters, when they're fighting, they not only have a health stat, but they also have sanity. And as they succumb to the stress, their sanity are built up and up and up, until the point that they will either crack and suffer a major debuff for that dungeon, or they may rise above it and become stronger. They also develop quirks, which are basically scars, essentially, from their experience that can either make them better or worse in certain aspects. The whole town system acts as the metagame, where you take the resources that you find and you bring it back to improve the town, which in turn will allow you to upgrade your heroes, make them stronger, give them new skills. And it's just a great way of tying in the dungeon crawling with this kind of management system. The game is also very challenging. Most of your characters aren't going to make it through to the end. They'll either have to be let go because they've succumbed to so many evils, or they'll just die. And the game features very much hardcore Iron Man rules. You are given some leeway as characters hit level 0, and then they have to take another point of actual damage before they die. The developers have been hard work trying to balance the game's difficulty, because it is very much on the hard side. There are a lot of bosses, the final dungeon has special rules to it, and it's just a very interesting game. And I love these kinds of tactical games that really let you build a party and define strategies based on your preferences and such. Now, while the classes are hard-coded, you are given leeway in how you compose your parties, how you build their stats, which skills you let them take into combat. And combat is all about position and tactics, as characters can only attack certain positions on the enemy side and vice versa. At the time of this actual recording, the game is only a few days old. They've already promised 3 bits of expansion DLC throughout 2016. The first one will add in a few of the remaining items from the stretch goals from the original Kickstarter campaign. That is the merchant class and town events that can impact things after you're done with the dungeon. So I'm very excited to keep playing this game, and for those of you watching this forward for the first time, I am currently streaming the game on Twitch. That's GW Bicer, most nights at 10 Eastern. If you would like to contribute your name to one of my characters, leave a comment below and I'll add you to the ever-growing spreadsheet. And of course, if you want to see more here, like and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to take a look at the rest of the playlist for the videos, as I'll be uploading everything that I do straight to YouTube. I think with that, that's going to do it for this little forward. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you're excited about the Darkest Dungeon. I know I am, and we'll see where this journey takes us. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks again for watching.